The adage, no matter how long the night may be, the sun will finally rise, is an apt description of the recent breakthroughs that befell the fawn of Wumnembug village in the Tondik zone of the Meta clan, Bengwe Central Subdivision. Like a dream, within the space of no time, the fawn became a proud owner of a new car offered to him by the philanthropic couple Ndang Kenneth and Delphine of Kendely Foundation. Not long thereafter, his subjects, through the Wumnembug Cultural and Development Association WUCUDA, also offered him a newly constructed palace.
I'm very happy for this structure, and the word that I can give to people is that I'm grateful, thanking them very much for the effort, the pressure that I've mounted to give this befitting structure to Wumnembug. And what the backs that they send their hand to chip in as regards this project, then more and more enter into that back, so that in future we can realize other projects. I give them many thanks, and I pray that wherever they are, the God of Wumnembug, the God of this land, and the Almighty Father should bless them more and more abundantly. The whole Wumnembug is appreciating Chief Dr. Kendely and Mafo of Mafo Kendely, appreciating them, and we have, by this AGM, all of us together have said to pray for them, that they should do more and more to the Meta people, not only Wumnembug alone. Wumnembug is not greedy.
When sons and daughters of Wumnembug, drawn from in and out of home, rallied in the village on Saturday, April 19th, 2025, they had a common goal: to discuss about the development of their village. For about 7 years now, the annual general meetings of WUCUDA have never been held in the village due to security concerns stemming from the Anglophone crisis. Within these years, such were held in other towns like Douala, Yaoundé, Boya, Limbe, until this 2025 that it was resolved that they brave the odds and go back home, since there is no so much insecurity again as was before, and as testified by all, it was an AGM with a difference.
I think the major differences you saw, because we started all this since the 15th of April till today with cultural, socio-cultural events that took place within Wumnembug. As you said, it's been about 7 years that we've not gathered as a family, just because of what we know. Thank God that this year was so special, because included in the cultural activities, we had a project that had been realized to its end. That is, you can see this magnificent palace or building within the Wumnembug Palace that, in spite of the challenges, we came up with. The Wumnembug family and its friends raised some funds and came up with this edifice that we are seeing. Again, the mayor of Bengwe, who had constructed some bridges within the community, we also had to receive these bridges. You can witness what is going on even right here in the palace or in the hall. You see the ambience, because people had longed to come to the village. Just to add that, during this period we also had football, handball. It was total ambience, and we hope that by God's grace, next year many more things will come to Wumnembug.
A special health campaign on the day of the event gave room for the villagers to gain free consultation and treatment. Attendees came from various branches of the association nationwide and reported on how they are faring in their various branches, and the national president is satisfied.
Yes, especially our diaspora branch. The US is perfect. We have other branches, they are doing well, but as usual, we will always have some persons, or they will always have some challenges. And these challenges, during our annual general meeting, we try to bring up some proposals on how to overcome and encourage even the parents back at home to encourage theirs out there to belong, because we face so many challenges. We only hear a child is involved in issues when it is red, and that's when they fall back to the village. So I'm using your meeting to encourage our brothers and sisters of Wumnembug origin to really belong. Another good thing is that during the General Assembly, we all agreed that our development dues should be reviewed so that it reflects the types of projects that we intend to carry out in the coming years. We hope that people will honor this, and there will be no discrimination between male and female. Everybody will be equal and up to the task.
Elections were also held to rejuvenate the various wings of the association, like the women and youth wings that had all this while been relatively dormant. There, in turn, used the opportunity to also meet to discuss the way forward in relation to their plan of action.
On the sidelines of our cultural activities, we had elections, and we insisted that these elections will take place within all the wings. That's the youth wing. They now have, I hope so, a very vibrant youth wing, because the head of the youth wing is now based out of the village, and he has assistants, one in the US and one in the village. Same with the women's wing. The women's wing also has a president, two vice presidents, one based in the US and one based in the village. And we hope that with this rejuvenation, Wumnembug will regain its place.
Amongst the highlights of the WUCUDA 2025 AGM was the organization of a Mr. and Miss Wumnembug contest. The winners were decorated, and a commitment taken by the association to fund the realization of the projects they presented and defended. There was also arts and craft exhibition to market and project the people's culture. As expectations are high that next year's edition of the meeting will be grandiose, both the fund and president made a clarion call to all Wumnembug sons and daughters worldwide.
2025 is for Wumnembug, because they are accomplishing all the mission, accomplish the mission, the new house, a new car, and inauguration of 2 of our bridges by the Megu Council. Whosoever is here today that saw the hall, saw the population, knows that what will come next year, 2026, will more better than this. I am appealing that those who do not make it, they should do more effort, that in 2026 they should make it. And those that are here, they should make more effort to become more powerful as they came in 2025.
I give them a vote of thanks, sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, that they saw how they were excited, especially when the mayor was around, and the funds, some of the funds of Meta were here with their colleague or brother, the fund of Wumnembug. So we encourage and continue to encourage our brothers wherever they are, especially those in the diaspora, because we know it's difficult out there, but they really understand the reality that whatever franc they contribute towards development will be accounted for, because it is our mantra to be transparent. And we really appreciate what was done this year, because if you look at this building, every franc was accounted for, and the members, the people were so happy with the presentation of the financial secretary. So we promise them that let us be together, let us contribute when you're called up to contribute, and let us do our utmost just towards the growth, the well-being of Wumnembug.
The event ended with merriment, and many now look forth to attending next year's edition. A couple of traditional dances animated the AGM.